That is good banter.
And all you Timmy Sarge.
Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 70.
We have made it. We've got the YouTube this week. We've got it, mate. I remembered it.
You remembered it, which was
Did well.
Yeah, you were never going to forget it twice in a row because you were pretty fucking down on yourself.
Oh, mate, I was
week.
thinking,
really in the pits.
Yeah, I wasn't happy, mate, because I set high standards for myself. Kristen and my
too high.
Kristen and my family might suggest otherwise, but no, I set high standards for this kind of thing. Maybe in my life in general, I set pretty low. Well, I set high standards, Tom. That's what I'm trying to say. So I've done it.
And you dropped the ball last week, but to your credit, you've stepped back up to the plate,
back,
and there it is, back on YouTube.
Yeah, and YouTube, even though the video wasn't up last week, bit of an uptake,
which
in
is
subscribe 130, mate.
Up to 130.
130, and we
the
remember
dirty 130.
Remember that time way back in the start, or sort of halfway through. We said, if we can get one subscriber, if we can get that same amount of subscribers, but geez, that's a tough word to say.
Yep.
Subscribers per episode, and we're at 70 episodes, and we're just shitting on the
Absolutely.
the episodes to subscribers.
Yeah, ratio.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask me out in the when I'm out doing gigs about. They say, "Do you really only have 130 listeners?" And it's not listeners.
No,
I can't stress that enough.
Nah.
This is subscribers
Yep.
to the YouTube channel. We've got a lot more listeners.
See, I think the problem is that's the thing. A lot of our listeners are new to the whole YouTube, new to podcast.
Yes,
and they I mean, just like you don't know how to work it out.
No.
They're a bit like that as well. They're like, what's going on? Does that mean only 130 people listen to it? Well, no, it doesn't.
No, there's a lot more
There's
than
a lot
that.
more at 160. So that's
good.
good.
Yeah, it's a bit going on. So it's Monday night here. I'm fresh out of taking basketball training. My son's on basketball team, and if you ever want to get in a good headspace to do a podcast, may I suggest not coaching an under-9s basketball team. Fuck me swinging. Those little ass wipes are really wearing me down.
Wow,
So,
I think they've got no... you're just babysitting, Tom. I think a lot of the parents, they're probably thinking, well, little Johnny, he doesn't listen to me. All he does is play on his iPad. He doesn't give a shit. I'll send him down to basketball. He can't even tie his own shoelaces. He can't even catch a ball. But I'll send him down to old super coach Siegert.
let him just fuck with Tommy Siegert for 45 minutes.
He's got enough on his plate. We'll fuck him right up.
Tell you what, they are wearing me down. I thought, let me run this by you.
Yep.
So it's chaos. It's chaos out there.
Is it organised chaos or it's just chaos?
Disorganised chaos.
Yep.
So I thought I'd bring in a rule. So I've got a whistle.
Yeah, all good coaches do.
All good coaches
have you
have
pulled
a
your
whistle.
socks up like a
No,
dodgy PE
socks
teacher?
down.
You're thinking about growing a mustache.
No, socks. Tracky dacks, but so you can't really see the socks.
Is it one of those? Are they the tracky dacks? You know, some blokes wear tracky dacks, and you see their penis.
So
protrudes out of the tracky dacks.
So the key to that
isn't what you want when you're around 9-year-old boys.
No. The key to wearing that is the key to that look is you buy women's tracky dacks because they don't have the room in the frontal region.
Oh, so that's how you get a protruding penis.
Yeah, so you see a lot of people and you go, geez, look at the size of his penis. Through the tracky dacks, you can even see the definition of his knob.
Yeah.
Chances are he's just wearing ladies' tracky dacks. Because I made the mistake of, I think I bought Tam some tracky dacks once and she hated them. And I thought, I fucking love them. They were these great tracky dacks. So I wore them a couple of times and she said, you can't wear those because they've got no room for the penis.
Yeah.
And it just really goes in tight against your penis and you can see every little nook and cranny.
He's
and
circumcised. He's not circumcised. He's got small balls. He's got big danglers.
He's got no balls.
He's got no balls.
Yeah.
He's tucking.
Because
I always did wonder that. I thought, because I think I wore tracksuit pants when I was younger. And that was only when you got the little small willy and at high school. Yeah. And there was always the big hairy bloke who he'd wear the tracky dacks and you go, fuck, he's packing some heat down there. And little Evo, the little ranger, who hasn't been through puberty yet, he's just got the old pin dick.
Well, all you had to do was start wearing ladies' tracky dacks, mate.
Are they baggy in the bum, ladies' tracks? Is that...
Yeah, they might have they've probably got bigger hips.
Bigger hips, childbearing hips.
So, yeah, obviously every no, that's not the saying.
No, where are you going here?
Well, I'm just saying it's good because it looks like you've got a bigger penis. But also, it looks like you've got these baggy sort of thigh things coming off the side.
Yeah, so they're almost like the rapper tracky dacks.
Yeah, so
50 Cent just wearing some rapper trackies.
So anyway, there's a hot tip for anyone that wants to make their penis look a little bigger. Just wear some women's tracky dacks.
I'm getting some.
Yeah, and anyway, so I brought in this rule: when I blow the whistle, and you can have, by all means, have some shots, have your fun. You know, your kids.
Yeah, your kids.
Enjoy
you're
yourself.
9.
You're only young once. They're 8.
Oh, they're
under
8.
9s.
Yep.
So enjoy yourself, by all means. But when I blow the whistle, I've only got you for 45 minutes. No fucking around. When I blow the whistle, everyone comes to me.
Yep. And look at my little...
And look at my little...
Look at my wang.
Look at me and my ladies' tracky dacks. Anyway, and if I blow my whistle, if anyone has a shot after I blow the whistle...
You're off the team.
No, fuck yous. You're running 2 laps.
Yep. Good.
So that's what I do. Anyway...
Shit whistle.
Rain, hail or shine, some little fucker's going to have a shot.
Well, it doesn't really matter because you're inside.
So, anyway, so I blow me whistle, and this is probably going back to the very first training session. So I'll be probably 6 or 7 training sessions in there.
Yep.
First training session, blow the whistle, kids have a shot. All right, boys, I told you, run the laps. And I thought, they're going to learn.
Is it just the one kid?
They seem to be mixing it up.
So running the lap, do you just punish the one kid or it's a team lap?
Very good question. It's a team lap.
Yeah.
So the whole team runs a lap.
They all get
one
punished.
Person fucks up, the whole team's punished. Anyway, this happened probably 3 or 4 times in the first session. I thought the penny was going to drop.
No.
It didn't get anywhere near dropping.
They're dead shits.
Car on the way home, my son Noah, he said, Dad, I think you're going the wrong way about it with the... With the laps.
With these tracky dacks.
And I said, I think you've got to start wearing men's tracky dacks.
You've got to wear men's trackies, mate.
You're embarrassing.
My mates are embarrassed.
There's people dropping off the team.
They're worried.
We're down to 3 players.
There's police and people from the Sex Crimes Commission coming in every training session. There's a problem.
Yeah.
You're embarrassing me.
So he said, Dad, I think you're going about this lap thing the wrong way. I think what you need to do is only penalise the person that fucks up, and everyone else can keep shooting because that person obviously likes to shoot, and they will realise they're missing out on shooting. And I pulled over and I said, Noah, let me explain something to you. You're fucking walking up. Anyway, I haven't seen him since. That was 7 weeks ago. I'm starting to think I've taken this discipline thing
I'm sure when he gets home as well, he goes, Dad, I think you're going about this the wrong way. I think what you should do is maybe not kick me out of the car. Oh, God.
So, Anyway, so I said, son, I understand what you're saying, but what you got to understand is it's a team sport.
Yeah.
Like, for example, footy, basketball, doesn't matter what it is. If you don't do the team things, the whole team
suffers.
The whole team suffers. And he said, I get that. No, actually, he didn't say it. He did not fucking understand.
No, he didn't get it.
He did not understand that.
No.
He goes, but why is everyone doing it? I said, because it's a team sport.
He doesn't get it.
Anyway, so the penny didn't drop. Second week, we go back. Same rules apply. Kids shoot. All right, run 2 laps. And everyone's going, why are we all fucking running laps? This is bullshit.
And it was led by Noah as well, wasn't it?
He's
got into the ears.
My dad's a
fuckwit. My dad's a fuckwit.
Absolute fucking idiot. And
I've tried to explain it to him.
And anyway, so this is going on for what, 6 weeks or so now. Tonight, I went there. Boys, start of every session. Same rule applies.
Has there been a little improvement?
There has been no fucking improvement. It It is fucking.
They just keep shooting.
They just keep shooting. I blow the whistle. Bring it in.
You're going to have to wear tighter trackies. You're going to have to wear tighter trackies.
I will literally scream at them. I'll see them looking at the ring. I'll go, Jono, don't. And he'll look at me and he cannot fucking help himself. Jono, don't. You'll run laps. Jono, don't. And he'll just look at me and just fucking have a shot. And
Just
I'll go,
have a shot.
mate, all right, the whole team is going to run 2 laps. And they'll all go, oh. And they'll run the 2 laps. But what isn't happening...
They're not learning.
No, they're definitely not fucking learning. But what isn't happening, which I thought would happen and needs to happen in order to...
You got no leader.
No.
Okay.
You have to get angry at the person that has the shot.
Yes. Yes.
And 2 things have to happen. The person that you have to get angry at the person having the shot because they've let the team down. And the person that had the shot has to feel guilty for letting the team down.
They don't care.
No one on the team
Jono
seems to realise that Jono's the one making him do the laps.
Listen to our fuckwit coach.
They're blaming me for making him do the fucking laps, not Jono for taking the shot.
That's tough.
And for some reason, Jono, and I don't know whether it's because they're too young to feel, is it empathy is the word?
Empathy is when, if something bad happens, they want to feel...
empathy.
It could be empathy.
Because they're not feeling bad for their teammates running a lap.
No.
So they've got no empathy. And they're just like, fuck.
It's the coach's fault.
And so they're running a lap. And anyway, driving home tonight after making these guys
what's Noah got to say tonight?
Noah said, Daddy, you've really got to just make the person run the lap. And I said, mate, I think you're onto something. What I'm doing clearly is not fucking working. Like I thought maybe it'll take 2 or 3 sessions, but it's just not. It's just not fucking working. I cannot get it.
Are they thick? Have you done an IQ test on some of these kids? What is it?
Like I'd hate to think the entire team is thick.
Are there any other? This is the big thing because I've got mates who coach football and they coach basketball. Are there any other dads on the sidelines that are watching, thinking this? What's happening?
Watching.
Are you getting judged? Any of them going? Maybe they're having a bit of input into. Hey, Jono, maybe they're working against you. Are they scamming against you to get you sacked mid-season?
Oh, mate, if they got me sacked, there would not be a happier guy in the under-9s Bentley basketball competition than my good self. Oh, it would be a proud day.
And considering as well, you never really... I mean, you've watched a bit of basketball, but you're not really you know Phil Jackson
I know Phil Jackson, but
George
there's some
Carl.
Great stuff on YouTube, so I've sort of
downloaded
some good stuff.
Are they wearing female tracky dacks? Was Phil Jackson when he first...
He was wearing female. Magic Johnson was big on the female tracky dacks.
I'm sure those female tracky dacks got a bit of a workout as well.
So anyway, long story short, I'm...
At your wit's end.
You come down to training 4:15 next Monday. If I blow my whistle and you have a shot, mate, you're running a lap by yourself.
I think it's the only way to go.
I think it's the only way.
It's the only way to go. They clearly don't. They don't understand. Have you ever used? There's no I in team. Have you said that? Because they clearly are not getting that.
I think
because I reckon these little smart asses that go, but there's an M and an E.
No, I don't think they'd be picking up that there's an I.
No, they can't even spell team probably.
Yeah, the fact that they can't spell, that saying really loses a lot of its impact.
Yeah, that's it.
So anyway, that's me. So I'm in a...
You're in a
pickle.
pickle.
Me in a pretty bad headspace.
That's no good.
Walking out of that joint. I walk in there with the best intentions and I walk out there 45 minutes later wanting to throw someone through a fucking window.
Well, and I must admit, like me and Kristen, I mentioned about doing the semen analysis and get everything tested so we can maybe pop out a few little rug rats. And I must admit, every time I sort of come into... Since you've taken over coaching basketball and, a few other people have spoken about kids, I'm thinking I might just... maybe whack myself in the nuts if I, or maybe, is there any way you can maybe tie a lacquer band around my ball bag and hopefully my balls fall off and I don't even have to have a kid?
Mate, I'm telling you.
Save a few headaches.
Forget condoms, forget the pill, forget everything else. Contraception, you bring, as a couple, come and sit down and watch 45 minutes of me coaching the under-9s and you will potentially never want to have kids.
All right, beautiful.
So anyway, but no,
That's good. No,
don't get me
good kids,
wrong.
good kids.
Don't get me
They'll
wrong,
grow
man.
out
They're
of
lovely
it, Tom.
kids. They'll grow out.
Maybe
of
you're just not the man for the job.
I'm certainly not the man
No,
for the job.
it's not working.
So anyway, that's some good times.
Anyway, that's you, mate. That's you. So
that's me. So what have you been up to,
mate?
Ivan?
Things are going well. And what I will say is, and I'm going to put it up top of this episode, because when you listen to this, I'm going to be up in sunny far north Queensland. So it's going to be Thursday. I've been up in Port Douglas for 2 days. I'll be sunburnt.
29 degrees.
29 degrees, mate. I cannot wait. I'm looking forward to it. But the thing that we need to stress is, this isn't a holiday, Tom. I'm not going. I mean, Kristen, she thinks it's a fucking holiday.
What's she going up to?
No. She thinks I'm on holiday. That's the problem.
Yeah.
When you do comedy and you get to travel for work, you get to go to some shitholes, which we've done that.
We've certainly done our time there.
What the? Oh, hang on. Memory card's full. Hang on. What I'll do, I'll pause this.
Fuck.
Pause this. Hang on. Okay, we're back, Tommy. That was just a little. I filled up the memory card on the video camera too much. You know, trying to. Just hadn't got rid of other episodes, so we're a bit full on the memory card. So we're good now. So
had some real camera issues lately.
mate, it's just it's not that big. It's just a few little crossing the T's and dotting the I's, which I've sort of been a bit all over the joint. I've dropped the ball a bit. We're all right. So
it's okay.
So I'm heading to Port Douglas, and like I said, we do a lot of shit gigs. You know, you'll head to bumfuck nowhere, but this is pretty good.
I'd love a gig in bumfuck nowhere.
Oh, give me a gig in bumfuck nowhere. It's great. But so I'm getting out of this cold weather. I'm up in Port Douglas now. The problem is, though, I'm doing a gig at the Clink Theatre. When you hear this, it's Friday night. It's going to be Friday night.
So this is coming out Thursday.
Yep. I've 120 seats I've got to sell.
Yep. How many are sold?
I've sold at the moment, I think I'm about 45.
Okay, so a bit of work to do. When did they go on sale?
They went on sale about 3 years ago.
Okay.
So things aren't moving that well.
Okay.
So what I did today, I thought I'm going to... Because I've noticed when I went up 2016, 2017, and I did the Clink Theatre with my first 2 festival shows, I noticed the first one sold out pretty well because I'd only been away for a while. I'm starting to think that maybe in Port Douglas, the people who knew me, they've all moved on or gotten over me.
You're losing your relevance.
I'm losing my relevance. Yeah. So when I'd sort of been up there and getting pissed and shit-faced 10 years ago, like a lot of the people who did that with me were still up there and they still knew who I was. But the problem is, what is it? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Well, that hasn't happened with me.
Oh, Tony Tone.
Big Tone.
G'day,
deal
mate.
or no deal?
Did you just get here or? We'll be another hour or so. Catch him, mate.
Bloody ripper. That's what's Tone do around the joint? Apart from scare the shit out of us.
Tone is Tone. There's not much Tony doesn't do. Tony looks a lot like the
King Jong-un.
King Jong-un.
I sort of noticed that. Not as tubby, but he's sort of got the hairline, and he seems like he's a bit more even keeled than old Kim Jong.
He's a good guy, Tone. There is not much that Tone doesn't know at this workplace, but there are a few King John jokes that go on. And he's well aware of them, so that's all
that's good.
That's all
as long as he doesn't blow anyone up.
No.
So that's good.
That's good. So you got some tickets to sell.
So I got some tickets to sell, and I think, like I said, it's been 10 years since I've been there. And I think what maybe might have hurt me is I did a gig up in Port Douglas at the footy club. It was 2019 on the back of a truck.
Okay.
So, and I think at that stage I was running 3 gigs from Townsville, Cairns, Port Douglas. I was a bit stressed out. A bit stressed out.
You popped it up the arse?
Probably, some people, I've heard this joke, I've heard, whatever. So maybe they think I'm recycling material, but it's 80% new.
Yep.
20% bit of the classics, all right? So come out, check it out. If you know anyone who's going to be in Port Douglas on Friday the 3rd of June, let's get those tickets sold, baby. I don't want to be walking out to 40 people in a 120-seat theatre. Oh, bloody!
Could you get them? Could you ring the radio station?
Well,
give away some
tickets.
Yeah,
I might have to. I've tweeted the bloke who works at Fab FM, which used to be Port FM.
Is that where you used to do special comments or something like that?
Yeah, I used to have my own show called Unnecessary Noise with Buddha.
Yeah, nice.
Huge following. So maybe that's what sunk me.
How long since you've been up there?
Oh, mate, it's been 10 years. So
yeah, and how long were you up there for?
I was up there for 4.
Yeah, people move on.
They do move on.
You're right. And people... like I remember when you were young, you used to hold a festival show, and every person you'd ever met would turn up. When I was doing the early festival shows, and
that's right.
And to be honest, my shows were dog shit. But now that you're actually proud of your shows, you can't get your own fucking family to come along.
No, I think that's the problem. Yeah, because people see you when you're at the start, when you're shit, and they don't realise you've evolved as a comedian. You've gotten better. Your jokes are better. You're becoming a more rounded comic.
Yeah, so. True. But anyway,
so that's what I'm doing. So I'm flying up early. I've got the 6:30 flight tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning.
Yep.
I've got flyers, I've got posters, and I think once people go and I start walking around and perusing the street, and, hey, Robbo, hey, German, Fletch, Harry, hey, whoa. They go, whoa, Evo's in town.
Yeah,
Evo's in town. I'm on at the Clink, guys. I'm on at the Clink Theatre, so get down. Maybe that's when the buzz will start.
What, so you're on the Thursday night?
I'm on the Friday night.
But
I go up, which is tomorrow, which is Tuesday. So I've got Tuesday afternoon, all day Wednesday, all day Thursday. And if it gets to a point, bloody Friday, I'll just go down the pub and I'm just giving away tickets. I go, come into the show.
Yep.
It's a good show. It's a great show. So if I don't sell this out, I'm not coming back from Port Douglas.
No, well, they don't want you back. So it's not going to be
they're not going to go, I'm going to be that loser because I go up to get married there. And they're going to go, the dickhead. Mate, I'll probably, if I can only get 40 to a show, maybe people won't go to the wedding.
Maybe just
20 will go to the wedding. If you're
going to get good numbers at the wedding, maybe
send
out a message and saying, wedding's been moved to this Friday.
That's
at the Clink.
At the Clink.
And it costs $28.50 to get in.
25.
$25
to get in. So.
Look, just an idea.
No, that's good. So,
and also, you're right. Maybe your wedding up there. A few people are thinking, well, we're going to see him at the wedding.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
You'll do different material at your wedding.
I'll do different material.
You'll do your Christian gear.
I'll do my Christian gear. Yep. I'll do So, but anyway, so that's the go. So get on it. We'll make it happen. And I'll report back next week and let you know whether I want to, jump off the West Gate or whether maybe I'm relevant again in Port Douglas. So that's
looking forward to hearing all about it. Now, what about your
maybe do I do a little one? Because that was just a little.
Oh no,
that was just promotion.
That was
should
promotion.
I give you a story?
I was just thinking
Talk to me.
If we forget, any feedback on your fart?
Oh, yeah. Let's go into that because
because I did a gig and very quickly I did a gig Saturday night and there was a guy and I'll get into that later. But he said love the show, rah, and I said, mate, what did you think of Evan's fart? And he said, I loved it.
Okay,
I loved it.
Well, I got to tell you, I think the feedback is pretty unanimous. It's a bit like good banners. That was negative.
Yep.
I think the fart. Very positive. Very positive. So
unless those that didn't like it
have dropped off.
Just didn't even want to justify it or didn't want to.
They said, I'm not even going to comment on that. It's like if you're a AFL player and someone tweets at you and says, you're a hack, you're a no-hoper, Mason Cox, take those stupid glasses off, who are you? Bloody Top Gun or whatever. He just goes, I'm not even gonna.
What's the word? Justify?
Justify or
clarify
or
not gonna
bite.
Eat bite.
Well, bite. I'm not gonna bite back.
Yeah,
there's definitely a better word for it, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, but similar to that, because or maybe they've just completely switched off. They've just moved on, and it's almost as if this show doesn't even exist to them anymore because of your fart.
I think it would have, if people were listening to this when they were driving, I reckon there could have been a bit of swerving going on. Maybe I think it really shocked people into maybe action.
Well, I was sitting next to you and I wasn't ready for it.
No, you were shocked.
I got to tell you, it was it I think people that have a different view of it, if they could have smelt it, it was...
even I, and they say you're meant to love the smell of your farts, even this was like, it's like, Ron Jeremy dropped his fucking guts on a porn set. And oh, Ron, you fucking chew your food, mate.
It was
brutal.
Sick. But anyway...
So I got this literally about 40 minutes ago, and this is from a very loyal listener, one of the most loyal. He drove from Benalla down to Seymour to see me.
Yep.
He came from Benalla into the city to see us during festival. Oh, Crummy.
Oh,
the crumb fish, the old crumb sausage. He said,
crumbed cutlet.
Now, look at this, and he's a bit of a wordsmith here. He loves the way he paints a picture. When I think of things at the pinnacle, he spelled that wrong, but apart from that, he's good.
He's 4 words. He's not a wordsmith. He's 4 words in. He's
No, he's fucked it. But I knew what he meant.
Yep.
When I think of things at the pinnacle, I think of the 90s Chicago Bulls, the Australian cricket side of the late 90s.
Yep.
Hawthorn's hat-trick premiership sides of the 2010s. And now I think of episode 69 of Good Banter.
Yeah, I like the angle he's taken with this.
Started off with some nice lowbrow humour and ticked along with Tommy eating what I believe to be an orange at the time until he divulged the fact it was a mandarin.
Yep.
Then, when I thought a burp would pop a cherry on top of an awesome episode, it happened. A moment so glorious in its simplicity, yet so technically sound in its comedy values. Evan farted. Capital letters, pure comedy gold. Well, keep up the great work, boys, but drop good banners. That was shit.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm with it. I don't think good banners. I think we're fine to lose them. But it's like you coaching the under-9s. I mean, I don't think we could pull off good banners, even if we were wearing female tracksuit pants.
Good banterers. All right, well, it's one thing to knock something down, but you got to have an idea. So he's a wordsmith. Crumbed
the old crumb sausage.
He's so crumbed 4E. If you could give us an idea, like maybe the good bad.
Oh, we've had a bit coming about that. Should I go on to more of the fart stuff?
Oh, please do. I don't think we've...
Right. This is... okay, so... And this is...
Well, if you're still listening, I think you've accepted the fart.
I think you want more of it. Unfortunately, I think I've eaten pretty well today. I'm not really feeling very gassy.
I'm not feeling very gassy at all.
If I try to squirt something out, it's going to end up in me bloody female tracksuit pants. So, yeah. Anyway, this is from Pete Scully on the YouTube.
Scully.
Old Skull. He's...
Was Scully the guy or the girl?
Scully was the girl on X-Files.
Yeah.
You're talking about? Yeah. Gillian Anderson. She was like a ranger she was hot for her time, wasn't she?
You
never got into it?
No.
I always thought I'm a redhead, but I thought the good one, Isla Fisher. Now she was good on... No. Okay, so you're...
No, hands down...
Redheads are the ugliest...
No.
People
no, hands down, the most attractive redhead... I thought you were about to lay a fart then. I was like,
I wish.
Yeah, please give me some warning.
No.
Hands down, the most attractive redhead. I think I've talked about this before. And I should almost be, in my mind, the most attractive girl on the planet.
Oh, okay. This is big.
I love her. I think her personality, though, besides my wife, obviously.
Oh, yeah. But she's not a redhead.
She's not a redhead, but she's on the planet.
You wouldn't. Yeah, she's on the planet. She's definitely on the planet.
I forget her name.
You wait there. You go. All right. So this is from Pete Scully. Come on, mate. Come on. You can't. Cheers, boys. I, for one, would like to see more farts. Because he watches the YouTube. I would have loved to.
Farts.
Yeah. Pissed myself laughing. Just a fuck check as well. So everyone's trying. Big D's got some competition here. Just a fuck check.
Big D, he's still alive. He had the COVID.
He had the COVID. And did we ask him to fuck check him? I don't think he got back to us.
No.
Hopefully he's still alive. Just a fuck check. You can't catch diabetes. It's hereditary. So.
He's saying...
He's saying...
Sam...
Oh, who had the diabetes?
Sam...
Oh, well, you don't even remember the redhead who you like. Your favourite all-time chick.
Hey, Sam...
Sam...
That plays GWS. Got the same...
Boyd!
Sam Lloyd.
Reid.
Sam Reid.
He
caught diabetes.
Yeah, well, that's
hereditary.
Obviously, it's hereditary. It comes on later in life, though.
Yeah,
so it's not like you kiss someone and you get diabetes, but something, because Oaksy had diabetes. He caught diabetes.
So who sent that message in?
This is Skull.
Skull?
This is...
Mate, don't shoot the messenger. I was told this, and that he... Well, I don't think he caught it.
It can come on. It's like asthma. You can have the signs. You can have asthma, but it doesn't present.
And I got to
until
admit,
you start smoking.
There was a room full of 70-odd men, and every
darts.
person was surprised when we were told that he somehow contracted or got diabetes through
oral sex.
through surgery.
He's blowing hobos.
Yeah.
So anyway,
it's like when someone says to their wife that they got herpes from a toilet seat.
Yeah, and it was clearly from footy trip.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you reckon Sam Reid's talking...
Sam Reid.
He's making it up. I can't see why he'd lie about it, though.
Well, he needs something because no one knows who he is. So maybe he's got to start telling porcupines. So
amazing
people
stories.
Fuck that Sam Reid.
He's amazing.
He's caught diabetes. He banged a hooker on the moon. Mate, he's doing it all. He's doing it all.
Old bloody X-Files Scully's bloody... shooting his life
Shooting it down. Anyway, as for the name for your listeners, what about Banter Brothers or Banter Bunch? Maybe too gay.
Yeah, I think you've...
He's picked himself up earlier. He's probably read that. He said it in his own head. He said it out loud, maybe.
I would have just deleted it and have it never go to air. But he's stuck to it. He said it, and he said maybe that's a bit gay.
No, it's a bit gay. And I think it might be.
Yeah, I think the brothers bit...
Yeah, the bunch. It sounds a bit Brady Bunch, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We are crazy here, but Banter Buggers.
The Banter Buggers?
I think we're just trying to...
Buggers someone that sleeps with their...
fucks animals.
Okay.
Every now and then we
it's got legs.
We look at those little sheep. Maybe the boys up on the farm, the sheep.
They could be the
sheep fuckers. They could be the Banter Buggers. Yeah. Anyway, more farts.
Oh, yeah.
So that's good. So he's on board with the farts.
Thank you, Scully.
All right, this comes in from 90, who's our good mate at... is this too much talking about the...
No, one more.
All right, one more, because then we'll get into the stories. All right. This is 90 from Viewco, who...
I'm wearing the socks.
I'm not wearing the socks. I've been wearing them flat out, and I just had to give my feet a rest. They were feeling too good. So I've put on the shit socks.
Yep.
Just so I can feel back down to earth. And it'll suit me when I get to Port Douglas and no one knows who I am. So, hi boys, long time banner, checking in the Legionnaires hat. Now, he texted me just before we recorded. So This is the Legionnaires hat. I'm not going to go Google it, as that's fuck checker's job, Big D.
Good call.
I hope he's enjoying his socks, but his last effort was shithouse.
Jesus.
Oh, my summation is that a Legionnaire is a member of the Foreign French Legion. I can't talk.
That's what he said.
I think he did. So I don't know where Nighty's going here, but he's putting a bit of bloody... There's a bit of stuff in here. Tough bastards. They serve as mercenaries. A lot of the time they operate in Africa, where mercenaries are required far too often. For this reason, they need a good hat that protects the neck while they are stumbling around African deserts. Hence the Legionnaires hat. Keep up the good banter, Nighty.
Oh, nice work. No comment on the fart from 90.
Well, we hadn't done the fart yet.
Okay.
Because that was before we recorded the episode. But I reckon 90, let us know if you like the fart, if you and the Viewco boys like the fart. So
I'll be very surprised if he didn't.
Oh, mate, they love it on the
Imagine
job site.
If they pulled their sponsorship.
Ask
us,
Jesus.
give the
socks back.
Hey, you can fucking have them.
You know what I'd do if you said give the socks back? I
know exactly what I'd do.
I know what I'd do.
I know I'd do those socks before I handed them back.
I would not wash them, and I'd send them back. And when he got them, he would be that'd be rock hard. So anyway, mate, over to you.
All right, so
talk to me.
Saturday night, Arvo, jump in the car, 3 hours again. I booked a gig, a little too far away. Mate. But Warndoo Footy Club and Netball Club.
Yep.
Where's Warndoo?
Who the
no
fuck
fucking
knows?
idea. This was past Geelong, absolute shitter's ditch. This is middle of fucking nowhere. No.
Are we talking sheep fucker territory? Are we talking they're buggerising with animals? Are they rooting their aunties? Are they rooting their uncles? Are they getting blowjobs off their dogs? What's happening?
I did. No, well, actually, there was a big sign for a bloody country club. Great club, don't get me wrong. First thing you notice when you walk into the club, on the side of the club rooms, a giant sign that says strictly no dogs allowed.
Ooh.
I reckon there's been an incident.
I reckon there's been an incident with a dog.
And chatting with people, you know how I do my little joke about Jewel, the finger up the bum.
Been running that for a while.
A lot long. It's
Julie died 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know, but the joke still lives on.
Still works.
In Jules' memory.
Yes.
But I still do it because I like to ask around, you got a dog? Have you got a dog? It always gets laughs.
It does.
But here, you can always...
It's a very funny question.
Very funny question. No, but the answers get laughs, and you can have some fun with it.
Yeah.
So, and normally some people might have 1, 2, 3 dogs.
Yeah.
There were 2 different people at the Warrnambool Football and Netball Club that had over 15 dogs.
So you know it's very country.
Very country.
Because you can't be in a city living and have 15 German Shepherds shitting in a 2-bedroom apartment.
No, that's way too many dogs
unless
for a 2-bedroom apartment.
Dogs.
Yeah. It was... Anyway, so a lot of dogs. Oh, little dog. Where I went on my... getting off track here. When I went on my exchange program to Canada...
You fucked a dog?
I slept with a dog.
Yeah.
They had... It was inside. Canada's very inside living.
It's cold.
In winter it is. Very outside in summer.
Yeah.
But you can't leave the house much in winter. The sun comes up at 11 a.m. It goes down at 3 p.m.
Geez, wouldn't that be... what do you do for work? You just bloody
you
go to
just
work
live
in the dark. Ugh.
Yes. So
That's depressing.
We'd go to school, it'd be pitch black, and it'd be pitch black on the way home. But in summer, the sun was coming up at, I think, about 4.
That's
and
good.
not going down to about 10.
That's good.
So everything is in sort of the summer holidays, which is the middle of the year. It was a great time. But our house, we had 5 dogs and 5 cats in this house we're living in.
Was it like Noah's Ark or something?
I don't know what it was. But there was... and there was a general rule that the first one to see the shit had to clean it up. Had to eat it. Had to eat the shit. And I kept saying, Dad, I think you're going the wrong way about this.
Shouldn't you be punishing the dog?
This is penalising me.
Shouldn't you penalise the dog who did it? Why are you making me eat it? Maybe that's what you could do with the kids.
The dog's not
Instead of making them run laps, bring a fucking dog turd.
Make them eat shit.
If they shoot a basket, you got to eat a dog turd.
I wonder if then the parents had stepped in and say, you know what, Tom? We're going to, thanks but no thanks, we're signing our kid up for another turn.
I reckon some of the parents go, thank fuck he asked him to do it. I can't.
So whoever saw the dog or cat shit had to clean that shit up.
Okay.
Right? That was the rule.
Yeah, it's like a murder. If you see a murder, do I say something? Do I see something? Say something.
So you basically, we walked around
just
all day pretending
with your eyes closed,
pretending we couldn't see shit.
What? Why are all the kids bumping into the walls? There's holes in the walls. They're walking around. Walking around blindfolded.
There was shit. You could literally be sitting there watching telly. The dog would be. You'd be 2 metres away from the telly.
It'd stop.
The dog would walk between you and the TV.
Run into another room.
Just lay as shit, and you just pretend it wasn't happening. You just stare at it because it was unbelievable. The amount of turning a blind eye to dog
like looking at the sun. You just want to... You're not meant to look at it. Nah, that's a bad analogy. That's shit.
No, because it wasn't burning our eyes.
Nah, that's bad. Sorry.
I think I've got a fart.
Go do it. You got to do it. You got to do it.
I'll just let it... I'll let it brew a bit. Let it brew. Because there's a bit of pressure on me now because
that was a good one last week.
That was a beauty.
That was good.
Almost started too well.
Yeah.
Where do you go from there?
That was crisp.
Anyway, so I've gone to Warrnambool. The guy I'm dealing with, Tom, when I rang him on the Wednesday night before the gig, mate, it's 8:30 at night. He's on a fucking tractor. This guy could not be more Aussie. Yeah, he could not be more fucking.
He's got 10 dogs in the cabin. Fucking, there's shit everywhere.
There's shit all over.
He's not picking it up.
It's a bad scene. Anyway, so I've turned up. Great gig, but mate, these guys. But I met, and I want to get it right, bloody Glennie, because he didn't ask me to give me. He goes, you don't have to give me a shout out. I said, Glennie, I will.
Yep.
Glennie Campman.
Campman
Had one of the great nicknames I've ever heard. He didn't have a great physique.
Yes.
It was. He may have back in the day, but
probably not.
Yeah, but not so now. And his nickname was the Beanbag.
The Beanbag.
Which is, I think, it's a great
visual,
a beanbag. And,
like if someone sat on him, he'd just compress in the
just
middle.
Sorta,
and just
and so we were all having some fun with that about,
beanbag.
There's nothing worse than, you get pissed and wake up just crashed out on Glennie.
Next to the laying on Glennie.
But anyway, so Glennie...
your night's gone wrong.
Glennie, I think he might have been okay footballer back in the day. And one year he said, fuck it. I'm getting fit again. I'm getting back to the ones. So he's done a whole pre-season, got fit as a fiddle, and they started calling him the hacky sack. Because
he was trimmed down from a beanbag.
Because he was trim. He was still a bit loose, but he was the hacky sack.
And heaps of people wanted to kick the shit out of him.
And they just stand in a circle and just kick the shit out of him. And anyway, and I said, oh mate, we're all laughing at that. But then he said he went to the States with his missus and he came back and he was the beanbag again.
Oh, he put a bit on.
6 weeks in the States, and before he knew it, he was the big old beanbag.
Beanbag.
So yeah, mate. But he was. It's funny seeing meeting a listener. Like he'd fucking. He said, mate's Glennie. G'day, Glennie, and he'd go, oh yeah, clammy hands.
Oh, he's
and
on
he'd
to
be
it.
like, oh, wait, look at your finger. Fuck me. And he'd go, oh, hope you're getting paid all right for this. Not your, what does your missus think about your payment for this? I'm like, this guy's a fucking creep. How's he know all this shit? And then you're like, oh, that's right. We talk about. Sometimes you forget people listen.
People
to
are
this
listening.
Shit.
That's right. We're bearing our soul on here, Tommy. So the beanbag. Bloody good on him.
He was a great player. He was captain coached the twos a couple of years back, and we'll put some of his boards up. A few of the guys put his team boards in the comments section of my Facebook post the other day, and he was well known around town for his appalling fucking team boards. He'd try and draw the circle, it'd look like a bloody lime bean or something, and
beanbag,
and like a beanbag, and he'd had names all over just absolute shit show.
Yeah,
he'd have guys on there that didn't exist.
Sort of like when you're trying to work out a very scientific maths problem. You got all letters, you got numbers, you don't know what's going on. You go, how did he get to that fucking answer that Robbo's playing in the forward pocket?
It was an absolute shit show. But anyway,
another shit analogy.
So well done, hacky sack or beanbag or there was a couple of things. Oh, they were the first team ever.
Yep.
The week before I was there to forfeit seniors, reserves, under 18s, A grade, B grade, C grade netball, because every single person in the town had COVID.
Okay, so there's a bit of partner swapping going on. In bloody.
So they're getting close. They're all getting close. So I thought that was interesting. And there was a big guy called the Big Dog, who I met, ripping bloke. But during the week, he had his finger just cut off. I think he cut his own finger off.
Maybe he thought it was going to be cold on the weekend, that I want the week off, and I don't have COVID, so maybe just cut the finger off.
So it was all fucking strapped up, but he reckons he was going to miss one match.
One match?
One match.
Okay.
Yeah, but he reckons Daniel Chick missed 10 days. Is that right?
No idea.
And no idea. He wanted to beat Daniel Chick's record.
He wanted to beat Daniel Chick. So he's maybe, is his life going down like Chicky's? Is he on the fucking gear and stuff like that? He seemed pretty switched on, the old Big Dog.
I certainly wouldn't say switched on, but he was pretty pissed, and he was involved at the end of the session. End of the show, sorry. I had a goal kicking competition.
I did see that on the Suburban Football Facebook.
I about putting that. I thought it made for some funny content, but at the same time, I didn't want other clubs seeing it, because I don't want to be
hanging around till 4 in the morning,
having fucking goal kicking
competitions.
So the big red dog, the big dog. He was left footer wearing the bloody R.M. Williams from the boundary line, wrong pocket, dead-eyed dick, straight through the centre, missing his finger, dropping finger, basically like a boxing glove, and dead-eyed dick straight through the centre. The boys beat me 3-2.
Yep.
It was a great finish to the night.
That's great, mate.
So it was bloody... And when I left, I walked out of that joint. Everyone was... Geez, there were fucking guys wrestling girls. There were girls spewing in the car park.
Well, the quality, mate. If you can't wrestle a chick, that's what it's all about.
Mate,
everyone should be wrestling everyone.
A good old country club Everyone was pissed as a fuck. Fucking kids running around at midnight.
Perfect.
Bare feet. Bloody shit going on everywhere. It was just a great club. They were sitting top of the ladder. Haven't won a flag since the 40s. They were sitting top of the ladder.
Come on.
Last year, COVID set in. Year got cancelled. So they were shattered. But really, best of luck to the guys, the Mighty Tigers. And, thanks for having us. And I think this fart's nearly ready to go.
Oh, come on, baby. Brew it up. Let's go.
I don't think I want to bloody be involved in this.
Nah, get involved, mate. You got to do it.
All
You got to do
but
it.
This is with... Oh, you go.
Oh, no. You drop the fart when I least expect it and see if you can get me back. Because I've had a big week. I was up in Swan Hill on Wednesday, and I tell you what, if Jesus Christ, you wanna fuck your week, take a 4 hour. Well, that's the problem as well, because I'm in Mornington.
Yep. So
a lot of the time when you look at where you got to go, you just go from the city. So someone will just say, "Oh, Swan Hill, that's 4 hours away." But I said, "I've got to tack another hour on."
Got to tack another hour.
I've got to tack both ways, mate. So we had accommodation up there, but I'm picking up. This was a classic one where Claire Hooper got Swan Hill syndrome.
Yeah, yep.
Postponed it a week. She's all good now. So she's come good. She didn't even have COVID.
Didn't she?
No, she just had a migraine and thought she had COVID, and she said it took about 72 hours to get the test back. And anyway, so she was fine.
Couldn't get a rapid test?
Well, yeah, I think she did get she tried the rapid test, but then she got the PCR.
Yeah, okay.
And that took a while to get back. So we're back to Swan Hill. So one of the acts, Jared Gandry, he had to pull out because he was down in Tassie this week.
Yep.
So Billy Stiles comes on board.
Oh, good act.
Yeah, good act. But Billy's job isn't as flexible as mine. He had to work on the Wednesday.
Okay.
He delivers dunnies or delivers stuff to building sites.
Yep.
And he said, "Oh, mate, I'll be done by about 1 o'clock."
Yep.
I said, "Beautiful, mate." Just to give you a bit, he'll finish he'll get to the yard at 1. He'll be home by 1:30. I said, "Beautiful, mate. That'll give us plenty of time. That'll give us 4 hours to trundle up there. We can have a few piss stops.
Yep.
We can, look at some of the cows in the paddock and just admire their fucking sheaths."
Yep.
Callback from about 35 episodes ago.
Okay, yep.
All good stuff. Get onto that beanbag and. Beautiful. But then he said, mate, I'm running a bit late. I'm caught on this job, blah, blah, blah. So, and that's the thing. Like, I'm not just around the corner. So when people get held up, I'm already on the highway.
Yeah.
So I'm on the road, mate.
But you can stop.
I can stop. I can do that. But you don't want to stop out the front of the house for too long. You look a bit creepy.
Okay.
Especially when you're wearing your female tracksuit pants. You can't just walk outside the car with your bloody stiffy hanging out. Everyone starts asking questions and phoning the cops.
When I used to wear the full Adidas tracksuit.
Yeah. I think you mentioned this in the first ever episode.
They were female.
The light switch?
They were female tracksuit
light
pants.
Switch.
Yeah, Pommy Johnson said I had a dick like a light switch.
Oh, yeah, mate, because you
was
could turn it on and off.
No, it was just small.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I couldn't think of anything. So, anyway, Billy's running late. He said, now it's about 1:45. He's done it. I can't remember what time it got to. It might have been 2 o'clock, almost 2:15, by the time we get on the road.
Yeah, okay.
We're going to get to Swan Hill. Show starts at 7:30.
Do you have to set up the sound equipment?
Got to set up the sound equipment.
Boy.
Set it. So it's a race against time now. It's a race against time. And this is the thing people don't understand. As I said, we set up. We don't just turn up and they treat us like rock stars.
No.
We turn up and we say, g'day, mate. We're here for the gig. So we get to the gig.
And in a perfect world, you don't want to be setting up while the crowd's
Oh,
sitting there. Because
you don't want to
You lose a lot of...
You lose.
If you get up, hey, welcome, and you're the first act.
That's the guy who's bloody fucking ran with the sound.
Fucking extension lead before.
Couldn't put his... had a tangled lead and bloody...
you lose did a bit of respect.
Test 1, 2, test 1, 2.
Yep.
Who are you? The bloody roadie for the bloody Rolling Stones? No, I'm the comedian. I'm the bloody MC. So we get in there, and it's a bit of a difficult room as well because it's a upstairs bar, and there's a... I'll tell you what fucks a setup of a room is a fucking DJ booth. Have you ever done a gig in a room with a fucking DJ booth? It's got the decks.
On the stage?
Oh, well, there was no real stage. It was more just they want us to set up against the wall, but there's this like 45-degree. It's a bit hard. I'm not explaining it well, but there's decks, and it was all off kilter. So, I had to set up the back.
Is it a nightclub?
It turns into a night. It's at the pub, but you go upstairs. It turns into the nightclub.
Okay.
And DJ Loose Ass fucking comes on a Saturday and says, yo, 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 boop, 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 goo, 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 goo. But this was a comedy night on a Wednesday, so we don't need old DJ Loose Ass's bloody decks. But we couldn't move the bloody booth. It's bloody drilled to the ground. It's,
it's part of the room.
Yeah, it's part of the room. I can't do fuck all with that.
No.
So we've got to set up around it. So I set up the screen, set up the sound, and me and Billy, we go to work. Okay, now it's 6:30 by now. We're working out the room.
No, you're laughing.
But then we got to set up the chairs.
You got an hour to set up the chairs.
Well, hang on. We haven't had a shower. We haven't checked into our bloody accommodation,
I wasn't aware of that, Evan.
Yeah, I know, because I didn't mention it. So I probably should have. So set up the chairs.
Yep.
Set up the sound. All right, now it's getting to, what time are doors opening to get everyone up here? 7 o'clock. It's 10 to 7. We go, all right.
Okay.
What we got to do, we go check in, which is just behind the pub. Okay. It's all good. Just behind the pub. Have a shower. Not sharing a room. Not sharing a room. And anyway, I ring Claire. And I go, oh, hey, Claire, we've just set up all the sound. We're ready to go. We've been bloody slaving away like Afghanis.
Yep.
We've set up all the sound. And she goes, oh, yeah, I thought I should have maybe come down and see what's going on. I said, no,
don't you worry your pretty little head.
Don't you worry about it, Claire. You are well in your right to just stay there and do fuck all. But so we did that.
She's the headline act.
She's the headline act, and she's on TV. She's got the profile.
Yep.
Whereas me and Billy are just shit kickers. But anyway, it's all good.
You're roadies that know a few jokes.
We're roadies that, technically we're just Uber drivers who don't get paid.
Yeah.
And just set gear up. And then just
tell some comedian's
jokes.
Got a better ring to it.
Comedian sounds good. So anyway, do that, have the shower. I said, Billy, how are you going? He said, mate, I've got to have a shave. I said, all right then. So
you in the shower together?
Yeah, just real nice and tight. Even though we're in different rooms, I thought I'll get in there and just, rub his back up. He hadn't had a shower after work. I'll fucking tickle the ball bag. How are you, mate?
Makes sense.
Goes, I'm a little bloody loose. Okay. So I get down there. So now we rock up about 7:15 to the room. People start coming up, and there's there's a bit of a vibe in the room. It's all good.
What does it hold?
It holds. I think they had it set up for about 80.
Okay.
80.
How many tickets sold?
Well, that was the thing. They never really told me. So I'm thinking, how many seats do we fucking set up? One bloke says, I think it was 60. Some bloke says, I think it was 10.
You need a ballpark.
You need a ballpark. Ballpark, I was going with 60.
Yeah. So
I thought, all right, 60 in the little area. We can set that up. And then there's a little staircase. We had to sort of set chairs up around. So it was a weird room.
Because if you have 60 people turn up and you set up 100 seats, I guarantee there'll be 40 seats empty at the front.
Like my bloody show at the Clink.
Exactly.
People so you've kick in a gear.
You better have having less seats, and then all the seats are full, you put on extra seats. That's
it.
That's the way you run the room.
That's the way we ran it, mate. So people start filing in. I still felt like I hadn't fully, because I like to decompress a bit after a drive. I've gone straight from the drive, straight to setting up, straight to the shower, straight into shaving Billy's ass crack.
Yep.
I thought, I need a bit of time here. I didn't have it, though.
No.
So I'm setting up, and then I'm chatting to Claire, and hey, what's going on? Hey, all good. People start piling in, and all of a sudden, all right, let's get this thing going. It's about 10 to 8.
Yep.
Let's kick it off. So I come on, and once again, I do my own intro. Everyone's seen me do it. So I'm at a point where I don't think it really matters. You're at Swan Hill.
There's old
DJ Loose Ass's bloody booth behind you.
Yep.
Like, people know this isn't, you're not Jim Owen or fucking Bill Burr.
They've worked it out.
They've worked it
this
out.
This night's on a budget.
You're a hack comedian who's come up from Melbourne.
They've paid $25 to get in.
$25 to see Claire Hooper. Who's this fuckwit emceeing?
They're almost expecting to be disappointed.
I've got to disappoint them.
They'll be disappointed if they're not disappointed.
Yeah. Damn it, he didn't disappoint us. What's going on? So, but they cram in. There's people, 60 crammed up the front. There's a few at the back. It's all happening.
Yep.
And the gig's going well. Bang, bang, bang. It's all jokes, mixing with the crowd, trying to get them on board. All good. They're up. They're about. It's all good. And then a bloody gift from God just about 12 minutes into the start.
Comes.
3 blokes Big blokes.
Big blokes.
Start walking. There's 3 seats empty at the front.
Yep.
Bang. Literally, they came out of the darkness. And I thought they were going to fucking hit me. I thought these blokes are disappointed. They're going to smash me.
We're 5 minutes in. They're going to lay me out.
They're going to lay me out. Maybe. Good. Yeah. But so they come, they sit there, and just big blokes, but wearing like these tight little shorts and these little boat shoes. And
so trendy.
Trendy, but maybe a little. You're just looking... For big blokes, mate, come on, boys, you can do better than that.
Especially in Swan Hill. That shit wouldn't hold water in Swan Hill.
Nah, that's right. And they're wearing the same jumper.
Okay.
So that was a bit weird, but they sat down, and then for a few minutes I just ripped on them because they were wearing it was almost like the same as the female tracky dacks. They were bloody tight.
Yeah. Okay.
They were tight. So I'm going, whoa, what's going on with your tight shorts? Oh, you're circumcised. Oh, you're not. And then the other bloke go, oh, you're tucking it. And that was going well with the crowd.
Yep. Were they taking it all right?
Oh, they were taking it pretty well.
Yeah, if
they
you
were
rock
taking
up late and you're wearing that sort of shit, you've got to expect that...
Evo's the no-name Uber driver is going to rip shit on you. So that all went well. Billy came on, killed it, had a break, second bracket, went up. They seemed a bit flatter in the second bracket, which is different for a gig. Usually they can be flatter in the first.
Did you notice that even with your stand-up? You reckon
a little bit, yeah. Even though I don't know what it was, whether it was maybe I'd sort of dropped down a bit because of the drive. Sort of hit me.
Don't blame yourself.
All right, I won't blame that. I'll blame the coach
for
run the laps. So, yeah, but still, great night. Finished it all. Got the job done. Drive back all the way back to Melbourne the next day. 4.5 hours back to Melbourne. 1 hour to Mornington. Couple of hours at home. Go back to Bad Shepherd, set that up.
Wow.
So, big trip. But
we do not stop.
We don't stop, mate. But
nor should we.
No, that's it. And here we go.
No,
we've still got time.
Minutes.
Have you got another?
I've got a fart that's about to explode.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that. And then, because I've got to talk, I did a Sporties on Friday night as well, which was good fun.
Okay.
I can't leave that till next week. I've got so many stories banked up.
Yeah.
So have you got anything?
Yeah, got things.
Something short?
My things can wait. Got something about... I did a McDonald's run a McDonald's house gig, but that can wait. That's very long. Something very interesting I found out about McDonald's. But been pissing in a bottle. No, I might just
maybe. All right, we'll go to the Sporties then. So, and I know it's sort of 2 stories from me in a row.
No, well, how about I do my fart?
Do your fart, and then we'll finish off with this Sporties.
And maybe this will be it for the farts. Oh,
nah, I can keep doing them.
Okay, hang on. Here we go. I just gotta.
Don't shit yourself.
I won't.
Actually. But you got to put the mic down, remember?
Oh, okay, I know.
Okay, all right.
I know how fart works, mate. All right, here we go. This is a...
Oh, he's working it up.
Here we go.
If you get on the YouTube to watch him work it up.
Here we go. All right. Here we go.
Oh, he's going to shit himself.
Oh. Jeebus. Yuck. Oh.
That sounds bad.
Oh.
That sounds...
That hurt.
That sounds like you might have pulled a hernia there. Done a hernia? You done a hernia?
Did I, have you ever been to the... I went to the toilet today.
I feel like you might have cracked a rib there.
I went to the toilet today. Have you ever... Why is it sometimes your sphincter's just way tighter than other times?
Oh, I think it's just maybe
you've
had a tough day at work, or maybe you've just been in a cold shower.
No, this was middle of the day. I went to the toilet and I was like...
Wait, congratulations, by the way. That was... I'm going to shake your hand.
Clammy hands. It wasn't bad.
Mate, clammy hands, clammy ass. That was good stuff.
Where do you go from there?
Well, I'm going to have to eat some bloody Indian or something next week if I'm going to beat that. That
was good. Real trumpet.
And I think as well... Lengthwise, it was good.
Just kept going.
Oh, that was 5 seconds at least.
I probably could have kept going another 2 seconds.
You're a bit worried?
I thought I might have shit myself at the end, so I had to pull up stumps. I thought I'm better off. It's still not a bad fart. It's a good fart.
It's good.
And I could go for greatness, but Yeah, I'd hate to ruin it all by shitting
Oh,
myself.
if we had to record it over the weekend, I tell you, I would have got some rippers. But
sometimes you just fart in every.
I know.
Every couple of minutes. Yeah, but today I went to the toilet and you're just like, this is really hurting.
It's like.
And then you have a look at it afterwards when it's out.
How did it come out?
No, but it's not even that big. So the poo's not that big, so it must just be sometimes your sphincter's tighter.
Yeah, maybe it's just all a mood thing, if you're a bit uptight. But well done on the fart. There you go, Crummy. What do you reckon of that? Yeah, Big D. Why is your sphincter tighter sometimes?
Yeah, is that
it
a temperature thing or is it just a mood thing? Maybe what you've eaten?
Maybe.
Yeah, I was feeling a bit unwell. Maybe
you go in yourself a bit sometimes.
Yeah, actually, I'd had some. Had a couple of Codral cold and flu tablets.
Maybe they clog you up a bit.
Well, not clog you up because the poo wasn't that big.
So okay.
Yeah.
Anyway. Good
Anyway.
All right. So great thing we've done.
Can we not use that as the highlight video?
No, I won't do that. I haven't had time to do highlight videos the last few. I couldn't do one last week because I forgot the camera.
Video, yeah.
So that's what we're at. But the great thing is, Tommy, things are coming back. I've been to Swan Hill. I went to Swan Hill Syndrome.
Maybe
I was
it would
up
make
there.
a good video. Maybe could potentially. Well, if you're not into it, you're not into it.
But I reckon, yeah.
So it could potentially. I don't think we're going to lose anyone.
I don't think we're going to lose anyone.
The people that aren't.
People who have come this far, we've burped, we've spoken about horrific shit. I think farts are just taking this to another level.
Yeah.
It's not bringing it down.
No.
We're just going to another level.
Yeah.
And I think we sort of joked around. We only had one female listener. I think even some of the females, everyone farts.
Be interested in their thoughts on the farts, the female listeners.
I mean, farts are funny.
Because, as Pommy Johnson says, girls only do 1 or 2 farts a year. But when they do them, Lord have mercy, they are absolutely rank.
Well, it's like, fuck it, nah, I can't even remember Katsy's joke about the farting. But anyway, farts are funny. So
farts are funny.
Farts are funny.
If you don't find farts funny,
you're dead inside.
You are.
And clearly your guts are dead inside. So
I'm now dead outside.
Well, I didn't have much smell.
When I first put the mic up to my...
I
got a whiff.
Yeah. Okay, that's...
but it wasn't as bad as yours. Yours was dim sim.
That was bad. It was dim sim.
Really dim sim.
I remember one time, me nana, years ago, maybe back 2004. She was crook. She was she was in hospice care. She was in the hospital basically. She was she's not travelling that well. Yep. And I remember outside, the nurse went in, and we all stood outside the door, and then you just got that whiff. And I go, fuck, is someone cooking dim sims?
Oh.
And no. Nana's had to use the pan, and that's what it was.
That's a bad story.
Well, it's not a great rap for dim sims either, is it?
The only thing worse than a fart that stinks is a fart that smells all right, and then you realise it's a fart. Like, if you ever walked into a room and gone, what's cooking in here?
Yeah,
Robbo nearly shit himself.
God, all right.
Yeah, like it might have smelt like someone's opened a pack of barbecue
beef brisket
chips.
or something.
Yeah. A pack of barbecue chips or something. You're like, what's
cooking?
Eating? What's eating?
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Anyway,
we better get off that. That was we've really brought things down at the.
So we're nearly out of time.
I've got to get this story because otherwise I'm going to be cooked. So I'm going to forget it. I've got about 35 stories banked up. So things are coming back.
Yep.
Swan Hill Wednesday, Bad Shepherd Brewery, great gig with Dilrick Jaya singer Dave O'Neill Thursday.
What a lineup!
What a lineup! Me MCing, good times. No one knows who I am, but they know Dave and they know Dill. But I'm just that guy. So
you're the guy when at the end of the show they go, I tell you what, the guy I'd never heard of.
He was funny.
He was good.
And as I'm packing up the gear, they come up to you
and they said, you should be getting more than $8.50.
Here's a little tip for any comics as well. Sometimes hang around near the end of the gig because sometimes people are that pissed they forget about everyone. They go, "You're the funniest, mate.
Yep.
You're the funniest," and it's great to hear that. Even though the bloke's got shit down his leg, and mate, he goes, he knows comedy. So hang around.
He's a comedy connoisseur.
He's a comedy connoisseur. So what I did after Thursday night, I thought, all right, no time to stuff around. I've got a day gig.
Yep.
A day gig.
During the day.
Day gigs are coming back. A Sporties luncheon. And I hadn't done a Sporties luncheon since before COVID. So I
love the Sporties luncheons.
You love them?
Yep.
Yeah, I love them as well, but I'm a bit out of practice.
It's an older demographic.
Older demographic, and also it's not just a straight stand-up gig.
Yep.
I'm emceeing it. I've got to interview people, so I'm getting sent run sheets. I'm getting sent questions. There's 35 people on a group email saying, oh, so-and-so can't get there till this time. So-and-so's, on the gear. He's a nutcase. So this is who we've got at the Sporties luncheon.
Yep.
Nick Maxwell.
Premiership captain.
Premiership captain. Your boy. You love the Pies.
Yep. No, he's a good man.
He's a good man. Essendon legends, Mark Harvey, Dustin Fletcher.
Essendon royalty.
Royalty. They came in wearing crowns. They were in thrones.
Yep.
Bloody great stuff. Lindsay Smith, Brad Spicer. Ever heard of them?
No.
Horse racing.
Yeah, not a big horse racing man.
I'm not huge horse racing as well. And I've gone to the point now at Sporties where I can't pretend anymore. I've interviewed Peter, Peter Moody?
Yeah.
Big horse trainer.
I interviewed him once and
he's a ripper.
And everyone loved my interview with him because I just Googled him.
Yeah.
As I do, I just get on Wikipedia.
That's what I did.
And I just asked him a question that apparently was fucking majorly out of bounds.
Oh, was that about the drugs with the horses or something?
It was...
he did something with the horses and it wasn't touch them.
No. And
he fed them... He got banned or something.
There was a word for it. Anyway, there was something, but anyway, it was a big no-no because maybe it wasn't that long afterwards. I interviewed him years ago, and when I asked him the question, it was like
the room went sucked the air out of the room.
No, it's what people want to hear.
Yeah.
So, and anyway, he opened up about it. And
he's a ripper.
And afterwards, he was a great bloke.
Yeah.
And afterwards, a couple of people come and said, "Oh, mate, great work asking that question. Pretty ballsy." And I was like, "Whoa,
I got no fucking idea. I just googled him and checked it out. Yeah,
because
I did a couple with him, and I sort of tried to act like I know race. I wouldn't know like the arse end of a horse to the fucking front end.
No, you can't pretend.
You can't pretend.
No,
I'm not that good an actor.
No.
So first time I sort of tried, and he sort of laughed and goes, "You got no idea." I said, "Oh, you got me moods." And he goes, "Don't call me that cock bag." So and then the second time I did it, it was just before COVID. It was Campbell Brown, Peter Moody at the Kilcunda Footy Club. This was a few weeks before COVID started. It was when we were in that weird stage where do I shake hands? Do I fist bump?
Yep.
Do I stick a finger up your ass? How are we greeting people these days? So, and he I fucked around with him that time because he remembered from the last one I had no idea. So he was ripping shit on me. I was ripping shit on him. It was good times. So, Werribee Central's Footy Club.
Great club.
Out at the Werribee VFL ground.
An okay room. I've done a few grand final breakfasts out there and lunches.
In the upstairs part?
It's okay.
It was all right.
Yeah,
it was all right. Had a bit of issue with some of the mics.
Yeah, so did I when I was there. I think they still haven't worked that shit out.
Oh, mate, how hard is it? So I'll go in it, but got one of the worst intros ever. So I knew a couple of people there because I did it about 5 years ago.
Yep.
So get there. G'day, mate. How you going? I got introduced to, when you get introduced to people and they go, oh, it's Chopper. And they go, oh, it's Barney. And I confused them around. I didn't know who I was talking to. I go, hey, Barney. He goes, it's Chopper. I said, fuck, sorry. Is the other guy Barney? He goes, yeah, that's Barney. I'm Chopper.
Yep.
Cockbag. So anyway, but Chopper gets up. He's the president. And he goes, all right, thanks for coming out. It's been 5 years since we've been able to do this. And it's a sausage fest.
Yeah, as they always are.
Blokes, there's one woman. There's two serving behind the bar. But good on her for coming. But, just all cock.
Yep.
And
they tend to be that way, the luncheons.
They do tend to be that way. And that's why it was good. Because not good, but it's good to have a mix. But it's great to have, these blokes just want to have a laugh. They want to have a joke. It's all good times.
They're sort of middle-aged. Usually, I would say 40 to 70.
Yeah, that's good.
And a lot of them are business owners.
Yep.
They're at a stage of life where they can justify taking a Friday off to get on the piss.
That's
Whereas
it.
when you're younger, you're like, oh,
can't do it.
Can't really do it.
Who the fuck's Dustin Fletcher? Who's
Yep.
Mark Harvey?
Yep.
Like a lot of the younger kids don't know who these people are, but everyone was on board.
Yep.
So Chops gets up. Thanks for coming out. We're back on board. It's good after COVID. We can do it. Anyway, we're going to kick the lunch off. Here's Evan Hocking. That was it. There was no
Okay.
this is the MC. He's a comic. It was nothing.
Yep.
Chops just brings me up, throws me to the wolves, and I get up. And it's taken me a little bit to sort of get a bit of... I said, hey, Chops, I've had some good intros in me time. That fucking wasn't one of them. Old classic. Which, got a few sniggers.
Yeah.
And then went into a few jokes about having to postpone the wedding, do this, do that.
Yep.
Get about 5 to 7 minutes of stand-up, ripping on a few people, and then go, all right, we're not going to stuff around. We're going to bring up your first Sporty, and Maxi was up first.
Yeah.
So bring Maxi up, and I've done gigs with him before. Maxi, great to see you again, mate. Do you remember me? No, you didn't.
No.
You didn't. But and Maxi's a very good talker.
He's a great talker. There's a reason why he was the captain of that team in 2010. He was probably the most disliked guy in the AFL outside of Collingwood.
Yes.
But they loved him.
They did.
Because people just couldn't see it. Anyone outside Collingwood couldn't see it. They're like, he's fucking...
He's a nerd.
He gets 8 possessions a game.
8 possessions a game. What is he?
Why is he the captain?
He looks like an accountant.
But I think if you were in there, in the inner sanctum, he ran the show. He was
did
a
run the
born
show.
leader. He's inspirational.
Yes.
And
he was team first.
He was team first.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Yeah.
That's what you need. So Maxi gets up. He's got some great stories. We were just talking about, the premiership. The premiership and that, but also though he's not setting the house on fire as far as funny.
No, he's not. Probably not that funny.
Probably not that funny.
No.
So what I sort of had to do, because I hadn't got off to a great start, I got to earn some trust off these guys. They're going, who's the red-headed knob who's wearing a shirt? It looks like he's bloody, I don't know, got a cock in his head or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I thought I've got to do something here. So he starts telling a story. Someone asked a question about SAS training. Did Maxi, he did some SAS training with Collingwood or something like that.
He might have been on that show, was he?
Maybe he was on that show.
Yeah.
See, once again, I didn't do the research.
No.
I just got emailed these questions. I asked those, and then he answered them pretty quick, and I thought, fuck, I've got to bloody do something here. Throw it to the crowd. So what was it like on the SAS thing? So he goes, it was grueling. It was, it was 5 days of, you'd get, say, 2 hours sleep a day. You were living on rations.
Yep.
Mentally, you were fucked. Physically, you were fucked. And I thought, bang. I said, well, it's just like a footy trip, Maxi.
How'd that go?
Oh, bang.
He's back.
I got some respect, baby.
Ivan is back.
And I thought, that's what we need. That's what we need. That's how I'm going to have to play it with Maxi. I'm going to have to be on my game. I'm going to need some one-liners.
Can have some zingers.
Because he hasn't got the crowd pumped. So I'm going to have to do it. And then he starts going, you mentioned about working with the Storm.
Yep.
Craig Bellamy. So apparently Bellamy, what he said to a few of the rugby, or I hope it was Bellamy. But the story itself was to make the rugby league players appreciate what they've got, the life they have.
Yep.
On their days off, what he would do was he'd send them out to do a bit of landscaping, a bit of gardening.
That's a bit of a kick in the guts for landscapers and gardeners.
Waiting. This is what he said. So they're there shoveling bloody dirt. They're planting plants. They're bloody spending a day on the tools, up early.
Yep.
On the barrow, shoveling concrete. Absolute shit of a day. Then he'd make them train.
Okay.
So he'd go this. No. So it's like, the old school.
Yeah.
Old
Local
school.
footy.
Local footy. So maybe it wasn't Bellamy. Maybe it was fucking... Did one of the Collingwood coaches do that?
It's a fairly major bit of the story.
It's a big bit of the story.
Anyway,
the overall premise is all right.
The premise is there. You just make up the...
Up the rest. So Maxi goes... So that's what Bellamy or whoever the fucking coach was. He said, fellas, you're in a privileged position. you could be like if you fuck up, like you could have a shit job, like I said, landscape, and then you got to train. And you mentioned that, and then it came back to me, and I said, well, Maxie, my first job was a landscape gardener, so I'm feeling pretty fucking shit about myself now, mate. So
what do you say to that?
Everyone laughed at that as well. Good. I mean, obviously, I didn't fuck it up the way I just told it there, but it was a lot sharper. So that was good. And Maxie was off. He was great. And then bring on Halves and Fletch.
Yeah.
Now, Halves. You ever done a Sporties with Halves?
Oh, only one for over in the West, and it was just fucking out of control, and no one was listening to anything. But so I definitely didn't see him at his best.
Yeah, no. Well, Halves, he ran the show. Yeah, he ran the show. He comes up. He's still looking good. He's on the beers. Fletch is great. They've sort of played a few games together.
Yep.
They're zinging off each other. He's ripping into the crowd. Halves is ripping into me about my shit hairdo, and because he's talking about how good he was going with the ladies back in the day, and he had the tips and the blonde hair. He goes, "Oh, Buddha, how'd you go back in the day?" I said, "Oh, mate, I was fucking no good. I'd take anything or whatever." So he was great. Fletch was good. Had the crowd pumped. Oh, I had to do fuck all there.
Yeah,
I just had to keep the thing.
That was easy.
Just had to keep the thing going. That's where we had a few problems with the mic, so that was no good. But got through it. And then we bring up Lindsay Smith and Brad Spicer, who's Lindsay Smith, horse trainer.
Yep.
Brad Spicer, syndicate dude.
Organised syndicates.
So, and he used to play at Werribee Central. So
okay,
that's good. So he knows a few in the room. So he's bouncing off them.
Yep.
Because I'm looking at these questions and going, once these run out, I am fucked. So
yeah, you haven't got much backup there.
I got no backup.
Well, you just ask you'd ask what some of your most successful syndicates. You'd have some
we
great
had
stories.
that. It was all
but
that.
You also have a few people after them because you're not going to be shooting 100% putting syndicates together.
No, that's true.
Although, unless I guess if you're going into it, you got to be aware that it's a gamble.
Yeah, but he's going all right. So opened it up to the crowd. They had some good questions and that, and then you got to do. So that's all wound up, and then you've got to do the raffles, do the auctions. And we had a few jumpers to auction off.
Okay.
So at a footy club, you would have auctioned off some stuff.
Oh, mate, I've auctioned off lots of stuff. I sold, and this is going back to the McDonald's story, which I'll tell next week. I auctioned off a bottle of wine for $7,000.
Jesus.
Penfolds.
Oh, that's
and I was
good.
going, what the fuck's... That was Grange.
Grange. Yeah, that's good.
Is it Penfolds Grange?
Yeah, Penfolds Grange.
Tell you what, and there were...
That's a good bottle of wine.
There was a lot of money in the room. I'll tell you what, if you want some kish cash kosh, get in the hamburger industry.
All right. So they all worked for Macca's.
They were
owned.
They were the owners.
Yeah.
And,
I think the nerdy pimple-faced
dickhead
doesn't have much
I don't
cash.
think the guy flipping the burgers is buying $7,000.
$15 an hour.
$7,000 a bottle of Grange.
He's cask wine. He's box wine kind of stuff.
He's more, you're sort of just your big, your large Coke.
That's it.
Your large
Give me that.
Coke. Hold the ice.
That's it.
Hold the ice. Give us a burger. But, anyway.
So we got a bit of stuff to auction off, right?
Yep.
And I've auctioned some stuff off. I'm a bit out of touch, though. But they go, we've got some, we've got one of our major sponsors. They're all real estate agents.
Yep.
There was a table of them who, Jesus Christ, if anything doesn't suit at a Sporties day, it's real estate agents and what they're wearing.
Oh,
yeah. And they were lovely. But they get up and they go, because they said, we want them to auction off the footy jumpers and shit like that.
Yeah.
So,
because for you, when you and I auction at a Sporties, we're there to have some fun. We're there to have some laughs, obviously make as much money as we can, but make it enjoyable. Because you've got to remember that 100 people in the room, there's probably only 4 or 5 people at any given time that
going to buy something.
Involved in that auction item. So you've got to also entertain the other 95, or it becomes very boring.
Very boring. It's just sort of back and forth, or a lot of standing around stagnant. So you go,
Yeah.
hey, Robbo, what's going on? Yeah, all right, 150. Hey, what about you, Macca? Hey, come on, get some balls, mate. What are your wife be thinking at home? I can't buy this, I can't buy that.
You got to say you're also entertaining, but for these real estate agents, for them, it's a job interview.
It's a job.
They're doing it in the hope that if you ever sell a house, you'll use them. I reckon that's it.
So they're hoping, because they've got a Collingwood jumper, he's hoping that, if I can sell this for $900, imagine what I could sell a fucking house for. So one of the real estate agent walks up and, just dressed to the nines. Not much personality, so I start trying to get into him. Well, where'd you get your suit from? One of the other blokes walks up and he had some weird shoes on. I said, you look like the fucking Wizard of Oz or something like this.
Yep.
Sort of ripped into them, which sort of got me on side even more with the crowd. But I had them by then, so that was all good. So he starts auctioning off a fucking jumper. And I don't think he'd ever worn a football jumper. No. I don't think he'd ever seen a football jumper. He goes, all right, okay. All right, here it is, the Collingwood football jumper. Where should we start? $50. Do I hear $50? And I'm like, he starts doing this. And he goes, yeah, 50. He goes, okay. Where are we going from there?
It doesn't sound like a very good auctioneer.
It wasn't great. At one point, I said, come on. His name was James. I said, fuck that. You're not James. You're Jimmy. What's going on, Jimmy? Mate, you're auctioning off a footy jumper. It's not a fucking house, mate. Get some attitude. Get into it, Jimmy. Come on, let's make some money for the club. So, it didn't really help. But at least the crowd was sort of getting up because the crowd were falling asleep when he's auctioning off this jumper. I don't know what we sold it for, but we ended up doing it. Now the Essendon jumper comes up, and once again, old Jimmy, he had a little comb over, and I think he might have had a wig on. His hair was looking weird. But I said, so once again, he's sort of, all right, and he's sort of got the paper, and he was going to slap it when he sells. I said to him, is there an actual course for when you sell do you have to spend a bit of time on going,
lose the paper, Jimmy.
Just gets the paper. I even at one stage I tried to pull his tie off because you got to loosen up, champ. I tried to pull his jacket off, and
he would have been loving that.
He was hating me. So I'm just ripping shit on him in front of everyone, and he's trying to sell this Essendon jumper. And once again, he's treating it like it's a fucking house. It's not a fucking $1 million house, mate. It's a fucking jumper. So I end up Halves goes, I'm not taking any of this shit.
No.
Halves gets up and goes, all right, come on, Jimmy. He grabs the jumper. And he goes, all right, what I'll do as well, because I think he's at the Essendon Football Club, Halves.
Is he?
I think he is, he's there. He goes, all right, I'm going to throw in some tickets to the box as well. So he just keeps pumping it up, now everyone's firing up. Jimmy, he kicks Jimmy out the way. He gives him a wedgie. He goes, fuck off, Jimmy. I've got it from here, big boy. So just starts pretending to root him up the arse. I go, that's good times.
Yep.
And so he brings it up, he gives away 2 tickets to the box for 4 people maybe, and goes for like $900 or something like that.
Yep.
So it's all good. So Halves was great. Auctioned off a few other things.
Yep.
But then this is the big one. We've got a major raffle at the end. A major raffle. Now this is a big prize. It's a box for 4 people at the MCG for a game to be decided.
Do they decide or do we decide?
Well, it depends who wins it.
Yeah, did they decide or does the...
well, whoever wins it...
decides.
Can decide.
Is there terms and conditions? It can't be a final.
Well, we don't know who wins it yet, so remember? You know who wins it.
Yeah, I think I'm doing a pretty good job of...
hiding it.
You're the one that's... I think if you heard my comments, not knowing the result... you wouldn't think I knew the result.
Oh. You said do we decide or do they decide?
I meant we being the people.
Oh, you're the people. Okay.
That bought a ticket.
Ticket. All right.
Yeah, we being the people.
I've got to finish this story. This is you need to drop it. Hang on.
Oh, no. Oh. Jeez.
That is... Oh, that's touch felt, that. That's
maybe.
That is...
Maybe we have it.
Oh, that is...
Oh, and the alarm. Set the alarm off. I'll go to... You finish this fucking shit story and I'll
finish this shit story. I've gotten carried away.
I'll go turn the alarm off.
All right, so... It's gone too long. It has. Sorry. All right. So, you got to draw... There's a major thing for the end of the day. Everyone's pissed. Everyone's done it. They're sick of the real estate agents. They're sick of Evo. We're going to draw the raffle. 4 people in a box at the MCG. $2,000 value. So I went down to Lindsay Smith and I said, draw out a number, Lindsay, you great horse trainer. He draws out a number. You there, Tommy? What? You there? Yeah. So I said to Lindsay Smith, draw out the number. He picks out the number. number 97 or something like that. Whose name's on the ticket? Buddha!
Evan won the raffle.
I won the raffle.
Oh.
So, and then they said, congratulate. And everyone's like, it's rigged. It's rigged. I go, it's not rigged. I didn't even pick it out.
So you've won.
I've won a box for 4 people at a game of our choosing. And first I said,
MCG.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at the MCG.
Yep.
And I said to you, Tommy, because most people would go, take your family, take someone who loves football. I said, no. Tommy, would this be a great thing to do? Maybe you and me could somehow work out that we could take a few good banterers.
2 good banterers.
2 good banterers.
Or 2 big boys.
Big banter boys.
Banter boys.
Big banter bum buddies.
Yep.
To the game.
What an idea. And I said, mate, sure you don't want to take like your family?
I said, I hate my family. I don't like them.
I said, well, good point. So
that is, I'll get the fine print. I'll work out the details, and we are somehow going to do a competition.
That the 2 winners of this competition will get to come with Evan and I into a box
at the MCG. Free piss, free food, I think.
Maybe we just keep farting into the and just make it the most repulsive podcast, and the last 2 people left listening get to come with us.
And we just drop farts.
Yeah.
After all the mini spring rolls and shit.
Yeah. Oh, not
at the MCG.
No. Oh, I guess. Yeah.
We'll have a fart off in the box at the MCG and get kicked out.
Nah, I don't know about that.
I don't know.
So we've got to decide.
We'll work out how we do it.
Yeah.
I've got to get the fine print off old Spice Balls.
Yeah.
And we'll work that out.
So if you've got any ideas about how we should run the competition, whether it's just because we want it to be something to do with promoting
the podcast.
So whether it's tag
10 friends,
or
we put you into a draw,
and then from that, the winner, or whether it's 2 separate people that don't know each other. We think it's going to be one person and their friend.
We think so.
So it's two good banterers.
That's what we think. Yeah.
That
2 banter boys
that are friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
Banter buddies.
Banter buddies.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what we're thinking. But Jesus, this is we'll work it out because this has gone way too long.
This has gone way too long. We've got to start trying to keep it around the hour.
I could cut out that story maybe. That was all right.
It had legs.
It had a bit in it. Sometimes you
listen
at the time, you're going, this is going nowhere, but then you listen back, I was going somewhere.
Yeah.
It was getting
maybe this one's an exception to the rule.
It was working towards it. If we had to cut it off at 1 hour, you wouldn't have got that second fart.
Was that into the second hour?
Well, it's an hour 20.
Your fart. We could have done without your fart.
That's wet. Oh, I can feel it. Anyway, but what you do, get to Port Douglas on Friday night. I've got to sell some tickets and tell your mates about the podcast. Review it, rate it, get on Apple Podcasts, get on Spotify, get on the YouTube, 130 subscribers, Instagram, Twitter. Tell your mates, tell your friends. Anything else to add, Tommy?
Oh, I reckon that's about it. Give us some feedback about the farts. And maybe if you don't like it. We'd like to hear some people that don't like it. But maybe there is no one that doesn't like the farts.
Everyone likes a fart.
Yep.
So that's another episode of Good Banter.
Good Banter.